And we're live. Good morning, anybody who's looking. Should I wait until somebody's looking in before I start rambling? Nah. I could start rambling now, couldn't I? Oh, nice flowers there. We're in East Kilbride this morning. Well, I'm always in East Kilbride. An exciting full day for me today, starting with a walk to an art centre in East Kilbride Village where I have an art class. And then after that, an afternoon into Glasgow for a bit. Meet up with some buddies, have a pint of beer, or maybe two, and put the world to rights, as I say, for a few hours until early evening, very early evening. And then back home again. So that's a pretty full day. If I get back early enough, I might even do an hour's gardening if there's still light. I think it may be light for quite a while. I think the phase of the moon dictates that because it's quite bright this month. And out to the wind farm, you possibly know, if you're local, you know the wind farm at Whiteley, out on the moors. I acquired a new lens. I dug out some old camera gear which I hadn't used for about 7 years or 10 years or so, and one of them even longer. And simultaneously at the same time I found an interesting looking lens in the local game shop. Did some research on it and found that it was the ideal lens for doing some astrophotography. It's an f3.5 10 to 20 millimeter signal lens. And from all accounts, it's the one to use if you want to get the big wide open spaces, or you want to do astrophotography. It's equally good for them. So I went out a couple of nights ago to the wind farm at dead of night, hoping to get some absolutely fabulous pictures of stars, which is something I've never done before. Not seriously. And I was a bit wrong, and I was a bit thwarted by it because the moon was so bright it swamped any stars that were there. Well, I did see 1 or 2 of the brightest, but it wasn't suitable at all. It's not the kind of light conditions that astrophotographers head outdoors in. But the exercise was good, so I was glad I did it. I discovered how difficult it is to actually mess about more or less in the dark, trying to be careful not to lose things. Remain long enough. I was glad I was well wrapped up with fleece-lined trousers, 2 kind of body warmer things, and a woolly hat. So I was kind of warm enough. So what I'm doing today is walking to the art centre for my art class prior to me going out in the afternoon with some old friends to have a lunch. So we're walking through Skidroad. Anybody want to see where we're walking rather than just see me? We're walking down towards the village. It's a cracking morning. Really is lovely. I'm glad I'm going somewhere this morning. It'd be awful to be indoors. If I wasn't going anywhere, I'd be in the garden, because that's what I've started today. Started yesterday. I'm going to renew my wildflower patch in the front grass with the no-dig method, which involves, unsurprisingly, no digging or very little. The idea is you put a layer of cardboard down on top of anything that's there that you don't want. Any weeds will be smothered by a layer of reasonable thick cardboard. Which way am I going? I'm just checking my route here. Can't see where we're going. Yeah. So we're going to go down there, down Village Main Street. Hi Bundy, Bond 155B. Thank you. Thank you for saying something. Yeah, that's very nice. I love it when people actually say hello. Right, which way shall I go? Let's go this way and cross at the second crossing. A lot of people come by and look, which is very much appreciated. But then they may leave for a while, but they never say hello. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I appreciate any likes that people give me as well. Likes always help the channel, I believe. Not that my channel is monetized. It isn't, probably never will be. But I don't care, really. I just do this for fun. Purely as a hobby. And that's where we are, if you're interested. Whew. It's a conservation area. And it's quite nice. It's the nicest bit of East Kilbride is the village, I think. Everybody loves the village. Not too many shops in it really, but there's 2 or 3 toys. It's a nice curry place. There's some cheap and cheerful rolling bacon, rolling sausage places. Charity shop. 2 or 3 pubs. Yeah, it's a nice place to be. The good thing about it, I think, also being a fan of trains and rail travel, is it's right next to the railway station, which we've just passed by. When I crossed the road, I've carried on. Instead of crossing the road in about 60 seconds, I would have been at the railway station, so it's really convenient. If I was going to move house anywhere, I'd always be looking for somewhere at a station nearby. Now I can go along the main street there, or I can go this way. This will be quieter, so let's do the quiet way. This will be quieter, so we'll go this way. Thank you for looking in, anybody in. Leaving a like, somebody left me a like, that's much appreciated. Whew. I walk fairly fast, I'm told, apart from when I'm going up hills. Most of my videos are from up hills, and I'm quite slow going up them. Okay, going down and on the flat. Cross cutting time. this time of year if you've got hay fever. Lots of things flowering just now. My daughter suffers from hay fever, so she's feeling the effects of whatever it is. I'm guessing it must be tree pollen that gets her. It kind of wrecks her breathing for a bit. I'm okay until June. It's about beginning to midway through June, and that's when my hay fever kicks in. Thanks, Bond 55B, if you're still there. Very kind of you to hang around. Nobody there anymore. Everybody's gone. But yeah, I like to do a bit of this live streaming where I can. I usually say to people, most of my live streaming is from Uplands or in Glens in Scotland, and usually they're on a Saturday at some point, Saturday morning to early afternoon. Alternatively, a Tuesday is quite common for a live stream. So if you want to see some live streams from unusual places with lots of scenery, have a look on a Saturday or a Tuesday. Tuesday around about lunchtime, UK time, is the best time to look. But if you want to make sure you don't miss the chance, do click a sub. And if you've clicked a sub, you'll be told when Terry's Travels goes live. So click a sub and you'll be told. So that's where we are now. If you know the place, Harcourt Street. It used to be where the rubbish dump was, way back in time. That's a long time ago. I used to go to the rubbish dump and come back with another item that I happened to spot in the dump. Something I thought would be useful, so I'd come back with rubbish. This is a secret to cross. Let's back out so you can see the corner. Don't want to get run over. Yep, should be fine. So there we go. So, hi everyone, thank you very much. The making footage. Did I not? Maybe I didn't upload it yet. If I haven't uploaded it yet, I'm still on the editing stage with it. Yeah, it wasn't. Well, the footage was okay, but I had plugged in a microphone, a little lavalier microphone. And when I plugged the microphone in, all I got was a hiss. So the rest of it, whatever I said, was gone. So the only commentary I have is what was on the actual live stream on the phone. So yeah, I'm trying to edit them together. It's a bit of a nightmare. I also went to the place where I did that from, Woodlands. I went there day before yesterday, and flew a drone over it very successfully. It was a day, it looked a bit an evening like this, the golden hour, and I lifted the drone up from the railway station car park, flew it over Woodlands. Some other footage. Which I was thinking of editing in with all of that, but I think that's more of a nightmare, making a headache for myself. So I've got that almost ready to upload, and if I'm sober enough tonight, I'll upload it. but that's kind of questionable after a night out with the boys, or an afternoon out, and a very early evening finish. But still, well, I've had a few pints of Guinness, a whiskey or two. It's not the best time to do editing, probably delete all my favourite stuff. So, okay, doesn't kind of work in the past. So yeah, I'll see how it goes. But the footage was okay, but the audio was not, so I need to rethink if I want fancier audio. Had I not plugged in the microphone, the audio up to that point was actually fine. I was telling people earlier, they were quite right. Also, I shouldn't live stream with beer, and I've done that a couple of times in the past, coming home from this event, for example. Coming through underpasses at dead of night in the winter, having had some beer. And some people worry about that kind of thing. I don't. But yeah. So I was saying that, talking about going out at night, my latest acquisition is a lens that will do astrophotography. I've got a Sigma f3.5 10 to 20 millimeter. I saw it in a local games shop, you can place your buy second-hand games and whatnot. Saw the price and I thought, that's maybe alright. So I looked it up on Gemini, said, is this any good for my Nikon D5100? And Gemini said it's an absolute steal at that price. The audio just now. Right. If I do that, is that any better? Or I can make it a bit less. That's -6. How's the audio? Any better? $50mm, yeah, okay. Good, that's fine, thanks very much for that. Yeah, so this one, apparently, again, I'm trusting Gemini's opinion on it, and it said it's a perfect one. It's the holy grail if you want to do astrophotography or indoor stuff to make rooms look a bit bigger if you're selling estate or whatever. So I bought it, I had a look at it, tried it on the camera in the shop, and it seemed to work perfectly, not a blemish on it. So I went to the Whiteley Wind Farm a couple of nights ago, and the moon was not quite full but not far off it, so it was far too bright, plus clouds developed. It had been a clear evening. I thought this is going to be perfect for northern lights or stars, star trails. But yeah, it wasn't. So there was I, about 11:30 at night, on my own. And apart from looking at camera controls, I hardly needed a torch. It was really quite bright. I used the exposure that had been recommended and took the first shot, and it was like a summer's day, absolutely like a summer's day. Under 7 seconds, It was suggested to me about 20. More Michael. I'm just live streaming as I go. Nice to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
I'm looking forward to this. I better wind up this. So when you start live streaming, the time just goes.
Oh,
yeah?
Sorry, I've walked right.
No, not at all. No, the time just. Time just disappears. This is the quickest walk I've had here.
Yeah, I always
just
find
talking to people as I go. Right, I'll wind this one up. Thanks very much, Owen, and everyone else looking in. Very kind. I'll let you know. You'll see. I'm happy. Hi, happy. got a friend who looks in from the Middle East, Tanzanian girl, housekeeper, working for Arabs in the Middle East, so she always looks in. I check her channel as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So it's very good. It's a wee community. I'll have a look at all of these comments and things later on. So thanks very much for joining me on the walk in. It made the walk that much shorter. Have a nice day.